collective, it's my Aspiraltotheself, self, another timeless collective tarot reading. Thank you so much for clicking onto my videos. So the channeled message I have today is going to be for my divine feminines, specifically for the divine feminines who have estranged families, who resonate with the fact that their families have done like witchcraft to them, try to curse them, hex them, offer them up, try to destiny swap with them, do some kind of karma and abundance transfer to them, as well as who have lineages of healers, of shamans, of intuitives, of seers. You come from a bloodline that has very specific gifts and they are passed down through the maternal line. That's who I'm channeling this message for. So if that resonates with you, I mean, it almost seems like a personal reading, but it's not. If that resonates for you, I just want to provide you with one confirmation that your family that you are estranged from, they can't do anything to you. They can't touch you. They can't come near you again. They're completely eclipsed out of your energy. But also I have some good news, but it's good news along the lines of heavy is the head that wears the crown. You're being crowned. Okay, you are being promoted. You are given an upgrade by your ancestors. Your ancestors have decided that you are the next matriarch for your family. And with that, it's going to come with lots of rewards. It's going to come with wish fulfillment. However, it's also going to come with a lot of responsibility. It's going to come with a lot of duty that you have to fulfill. But also very significantly when it comes to this reading, this download here is that you had two other matriarchs in your family that were targeting you. They both worked together because they were in fear of your power. They want your power, okay? These are matriarchs who somehow knew when you were a child that you were going to be very, very powerful. They tried to destiny swap with you. They tried to take it from you. They tried to make you an offering and it didn't go through. And these women have been doing the most. And your ancestors are not just going to fire these women, but they're literally going to take them out of this world because of how they won't stop attacking you. They won't stop trying to replace you, or because it's like, this is like the line of succession. Like you are the next in line. And the term that like seems appropriate for it is like designee. Now, like that's a term that came from the Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches trilogy. But it's like, and I don't mean any other thing other than the word designee. I don't mean like you're going to have a demon attached to you or anything like that. I mean, you could have. But the words designee, like in the Mayfair Witches, they have a woman who is essentially granted the power of matriarch. She is the woman who, you know, gets the inheritances. Like she gets all the money, she gets the house, she gets the gifts, right? She's recognized and everyone else accepts that, right? Like that's what I'm getting, not so much as like they're going to let an entity like do things to you or violate you in some kind of way, right? Because if you've actually read the books in comparison to the show, you will see how gruesome it is. Like the show is not even remotely accurate, does not fully represent who the entity is. Like in the Mayfair Witches, like the entity Lasher is really sounds like what he does and how he does it sounds very incubus succubus. Like it sounds like he spiritually rapes these women, like their whole lives. You know, he violates them in every kind of the way. So, and even when like Rowan births him into the world, he continuously rapes her, right? So like, they don't showcase that in the show. So just FYI with that. But yeah, back to like, you're the designee here. You are the matriarch. You are the next in line. You are the power. They want to secure the future through you. And these women here that were the matriarchs who abused their power, that became kinslayers, you know, which is unforgivable thing in the ethers when it comes to ancestral lines. It's unforgivable to be a kinslayer, to like try to unalive your own family members. Right? I mean, self-defense is one thing, but like if you are declaring war on family, like it's an unforgivable thing and your ancestors will seek retribution. So like your ancestors have a plan for these women. They are going to take them both out of here by way of a fatal car accident. Okay. So one of these women are going to hit a cop. Okay. They're going to hit a cop, like a cop car specifically. And the weird part about this download when it comes to that is this woman is at the mindset that she thinks it's a blessing disguise that she's going to die. So she essentially knows what's coming for her. She knows what kind of life she's lived. She knows that there's going to be payment. However, again, I mention this all the time. If, you know, when you come to this world, you have specific soul contracts. You have specific life lessons that you have to learn for your soul's growth and evolution. And this woman has tried so hard not to learn it. And it's like, she will have to learn it. She's not going to be spared from going through these karmic lessons by death. The other woman is going to get into a car accident where she incurs a lot of energies that will become fatal. And it's like and something very specific about that one is that, like, when she tries to get a hold of her attorney, he's going to be like, new number, who dis, right? Like, he's going to act like he doesn't know her, or it's like his first correspondence with her when he's been her attorney for like ever. Now, getting into my intro, hello, I'm Aspiraltotheself. If you're a returning member, subscriber, or viewer, welcome back, Soul Family. It's good to see you guys again. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments, subscribe, super thanks, and donations. I truly appreciate them all. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. It's good to see a new face here. Please keep in mind this is a general collective tarot reading, therefore the messages will not and may not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates with you in your particular situation and leave the rest. Please don't try to make the story fit if it doesn't fit. If it's not resonating with you, it just means that I'm not picking up on your energy, which is perfectly okay. In the areas of legal, law, finance, health, mental health, please know that I'm not an expert in those areas, nor do I claim to be. And if I mention them at all, it is either what my intuition is picking up on or it's literally on the cards themselves. However, if it truly resonates for you, I highly encourage you to speak to those experts in those areas of expertise. I am also not a tarot reader, I'm a seer, therefore the cards is how I connect with you guys. The cards are a visual and physical representation of the intuitive downloads that I receive. So please use your own level of discernment. And I can tell you right now, just based off how these downloads are coming out, they're coming so fast that my mouth can't keep up with it. So, so I apologize in advance if my mouth is not mouthing. It's coming through so much. And if you watched me before, you know that I'm a very quick talker. So, it's just who I am. I mean, I'm an Aries, so I'm just very, very quick. And I have Scorpio in my first house, so I can be intense. So it's just, my mouth's not mouthing. It's having a hard time keeping up, but it's gonna come through irregardless. I am also the author, B. Ulrich, of both fairy tales in my hand here, The Princess and Her Inner Voice, which is a fairy tale written for children about their intuition, what it is, how it speaks to them, and how if they listen to it, it can help them to overcome all obstacles, help them to overcome all traumas, as well as get them to their happy ending in whichever way that looks for them. It is a very self-love and self-worth based fairy tale, as well as The Dark High Priestess and Project Clean and Scene. This is a fairy tale written for adults about healing and overcoming spiritual warfare and narcissistic abuse from family members, lovers, and friends. It's told the viewpoint of divine feminine who realized that her own mother has tried to curse her life so that way she could offer her up to an entity in exchange for wealth, and she had anybody and everybody on the payroll to help her with this. So this divine feminine, of course, had to cut off everybody she's ever known, cleanse her energy, reclaim her power, as well as heal so that way she could be in alignment with her purpose. Both of these stories are written in the bard format, which means that they rhyme. So think like the content of Grimm's fairy tales in the format of Dr. Seuss. They are written, illustrated in such a way to heal and appeal to your inner child as you read them. They're short or sweet, they inspire hope, and they make you feel good as you read them. The audiobooks have been released. We attach this video for convenience. However, if you feel so truly inclined to purchase physical copies, thank you. They do make great gifts. You can find them on online or retail, just Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble, just to name a few. The Princess and Her Inner Voice did second edition print, which means that the autographed first edition, as well as my products, can be found on my website, which is www.aspiraltotheself.com. All the information in the description box below for your convenience, as well as all my social media platforms and pages, so that way you do not get scammed by people or pages pertaining to me. As always, I begin each reading with a prayer. This is just to provide an energetic boundary for what I will allow to come through as I channel these messages for you guys. I call upon God, Banja, Great Goddess, Martha 23, Lu, the archangels, my ancestors, and Sansine. Please don't allow in this reading what I call upon, which is vibrational energy and frequency. If any lower vibrational entities, things, energy try to come through, try to ask, project, open a portal, remote, view, bewildering spirit in the past, present, and future, I ask that you block, bind, and blind, and immediately return to center, heart, and full, which give you full consent to intervene and to intercede on my behalf in whichever way you deem fit. Please allow me to see where you have to click the chat I click text messages. If anyone tries to abuse technology in any kind of way in the past, present, and future by trying to take a screenshot, ask, project, open a portal, remote, view, bewildering spirit in the set, I ask that you block, bind, and blind, and immediately return to center, heart, and fold, which will give you full consent to hold them accountable and bring them to justice in your way. Please protect me, this channel, the video, and the viewers. I deliver a smiley guided message. Any curses, hexes, evil eye, black magic, witchcraft findings, let them be blocked, bind, and blinded, and immediately return to sender, heart, and fold. The sinner's mask ripped off, they'll be able to hide all their lies, deceit, and ill intentions will become exposed and publicly known. So I really appreciate your patience as I get through the much needed legal and spiritual disclaimers that I have to say at the beginning of each video. So getting back into this download, one thing that I didn't mention, or a couple things I didn't mention at the very beginning here, okay, so it's like when it comes to these responsibilities, You're going to be provided with the foresight, provided the guidance here on how you can have success and victory over all of those in your family who would challenge you. Okay, you're going to be provided with a breakthrough. See, mouth, not mouthing. So you're going to be provided with a breakthrough here. Again, because you're being crowned, your ancestors want you to lead the next generations. Okay, so, and they want the leadership, the designee, to come from your bloodline. So your children will be the ones who carry the crown next, not anybody else. Okay, like they're literally off with their heads, eradicating the other two matriarchs because they abused their power. And when I was shuffling, I saw the cards. They lost their spiritual gifts and abilities because they abused them, but also the reason being is why they attacked you is because they felt like you were better than them. So there's something very significant about that. Your ancestors are saying that you will need to master your boundaries and keep communication open. So being very honest, speaking your truth, not holding back, being independent, and cutting people off to have a new beginning. And once you do this, radical change will come to your love life. So it's like getting you in alignment with a divine union here. When you feel stuck, they're saying that this is the right time for you to seize the moment. So when you feel stuck, they're saying don't like get all down your feelings, don't stop, don't pause. No, when you start going through some kind of energy of stuckness, they're telling you to act very quickly, seize the moment to make some changes here, and you will be able to overcome these obstacles with you getting like financial opportunities or resources. Something also is very significant about how you are very well respected, but also that people are intimidated by you. Confirmation burp with that. So like what that means is that like people think that you're kind of docile, you're very kind and sweet, and they only see that side of you. However, they see you snap real quick. Like you can go from that side to like being very stern and being authoritative in a second. Okay, so like they're intimidated by your hidden fierceness and authority. Like you don't exude that just on the regular, but it's definitely something that is inside you that comes out when it's appropriate. So let's get into this reading. Spirit, what do you want to let the collective know about how they are crowned the new matriarch? And the ones that are going to be not only fired, but eradicated for misuse of power. Yeah, these are women in your family that was sending you a lot of evil eye, and that you've had to make some kind of changes to your diet so that way you could be in alignment with your twin flame. Yeah, we have solar plexus healing as well. You've had to heal your personal will, your boundaries, your self-esteem, your self-confidence. But also healing your solar plexus, and if you come from a family of like witches or people who are into the occult, like there could have been a lot of binding magic as well, like trying to bind you to a certain kind of way. Yeah, we also have your Earth Star chakra, which connects you to your ancestral inheritance. It connects you to Earth. It's your ability to ground all of your chakras at once. And these low vibrational people that you've already removed from your life, they had a test of integrity here and they failed. Like they failed it because they were trying to go after your crown chakra. So they try to sever your link to the divine, and now the divine is intervening. So they try to do some, foul play, can't even make it up. They tried to do some kind of foul play here because they wanted your spiritual wealth. And they knew that it was connected to your 7th house, your marriage, your contracts here, your commitments. And these women in your family are karmics to you. Again, they have to learn this lesson. They have to learn this lesson, and they don't get to die until they do so. So it's like they think, one of them thinks it's going to be a blessing in disguise when they hit this cop car that like ends them. So these are low vibrational people that you have already removed from your life that were sending you evil eye here. Lots of evil eye here. And they were doing a lot of foul play to your Earth Star chakra, so trying to make it to where you were ungrounded. But also if your Earth Star chakra is at a misalignment malfunction, it will make it to where you're open to be possessed by an entity, okay? Yeah. But when they went after your crown chakra here, trying to sever your link to the divine, trying to make you lose hope, giving you a mental illness here, especially if you come from like a bloodline of like seers, people who are highly, highly intuitive, they try to disconnect you from source. And that's why the divine intervened, okay? Because these karmics here have been after your spiritual wealth, and they knew that you got it through marriage to this twin flame. So they know that you are destined to have a divine counterpart. They know that you're destined to have a divine union. They had a test of integrity here and they failed it, okay? And it required you to heal your solar plexus through diet change. So let's see where the test of integrity comes from. these karmics had to test integrity. So like with spiritual wealth, it's like, again, they knew that you were next in line. And like, this could be like they're trying to take it from you and give it to their kid, but that's not how it goes, right? So then they started to really attack you because they knew that you were going to have this marriage, this commitment with a twin flame. And they tried to do everything in their power to get you to not be able to do that. I mean, you healed your solar plexus, so you healed your self-esteem, your self-confidence. You created boundaries. This could have been people that wanted to be codependent on them and like fostered that kind of environment and connection. They're evil eyeing you a lot, especially like your mind and doing things like, especially to like your earth chakra and your crown chakra. They did a lot of witchcraft on you, and the divine has intervened because they fucked up. They fucked up. So Spirit, what do you want the collective to know about being this matriarch, being crowned this matriarch? What do you want the collective to know about being crowned as this matriarch? What do you want the collective to know about being crowned as matriarch? Traditions, returning to basics, family, okay? 12 is your 12th house. What's hidden? What's hidden is that you are going back to the traditions. Again, like you have a direct link with your ancestors, and they've crowned you because you have not abused your power. Test of integrity, like that applies to you too. Like each matriarch in your family has a test of integrity of like, they get the gifts, but it's like, what is it you do with it, right? So it's like you passed your test of integrity and they failed it. So it's like they're looking at you, they know that you get this spiritual wealth, this ancestral wealth, and they want it. So they try to attack you in every kind of way, again, because they feel like you're better than them. And like you have this hidden authority and fierceness to you that people don't see, especially if like, why would people see that unless they were declaring war on you? Like fierceness and authority, like that wouldn't really have to come out of you unless like you're parenting your kid and they're trying you, or somebody's poking the bear, right? Like you wouldn't see that out of anybody, right? Like you wouldn't see that on the regular, but it's like it intimidates people. So maybe like your family even saw that as well. Like they saw that hidden fierceness and authority that you have, and they just like never saw it, and it's like intimidating as fuck to them. Like maybe it came out when you were a kid, and they're like, you know, it blew them away. Like they didn't know. But your ancestors returning to basics, okay, with what's hidden when it comes to your family. So again, you have been crowned. Yeah, and right now you're being provided with the preparation and seizing the divine opportunity. So it's like the divine also supports you being this matriarch for your family. Because yeah, you're getting ready to hit a new level expansion, ending with the new beginning. But again, this heavy is the head that wears the crown. Like it's going to come with a lot of wish fulfillment. It's going to come with a lot of abundance, but it's also going to require a lot of responsibility. Like you may even feel overburdened at times. So it's like you're going to have to utilize, it's like the picture they give me is like being that Queen of Swords type energy, like cutting people off, speaking your truth, you know, like having really strong boundaries. Like you're going to have to master that. Yeah, because you're being provided with the long-term planning of how to build a stronger foundation for your family. Again, like your ancestors picked your genetics. They picked the way you handle things to be what gets passed down to the next generations. Like they want you, right? Like you're building a strong foundation here. You just have to let go of the outdated beliefs and discover things about yourself. Yeah, there could be some kind of dark night of the soul, disruption. It says the darkest hour with the number 9. Your 9th house is like your beliefs, like your spiritual beliefs. You're going to have success. You are the light of the family here. You will have abundance come into your life because you are going to be the feminine energy, the nurturing energy of your family where people will seek guidance from. It says seek guidance from divine. Like you're the one who receives the guidance from the divine. You're the reigning matriarch. I mean, that's literally this card. It's like you're the reigning matriarch. Clarify traditions, returning to basics. What's hidden behind, with number 12 here, the 12th house, what's hidden behind this heartache and pain that you've had to go through is that you've had a passionate breakthrough of completing a cycle and getting success. And that right now you're being told that you have to seize the moment when you're provided the foresight when it comes to people trying to trap you with bondage or trying to, bring some kind of woo-woo your way. I mean, it says that they tried to attack your Earth Star chakra and your crown chakra. So like the devil card being here, you're being provided like the guidance here of when to seize the moment, okay, to be strong through all of this. Because there was also a masculine figure here that you had to be resilient towards. They kept trying to drain you of energy that you had to survive. So a King of Cups, someone who's emotionally intelligent, they're like a parent, a father figure. They're also very, very diplomatic. Like, you've had to survive this person. Like, you had to survive this person. You really had to have the strength here to overcome any kind of obstacles. So like tradition, like this could be like having a father wound. Like each generation not only has the mother wound, but they have the father wound as well. And I saw something about that recently when it comes to people who have high callings on their life end up having like either fathers that are absent, or they have very abusive fathers, and then they have the mothers that can be very abusive as well and very neglectful. And it's like your first test with narcissism, right? Like you go through that as someone who has gifts. It says traditions, returning to basics. You're having what's hidden about you closing out this cycle and having a passionate breakthrough through any kind of pain, betrayal, trauma, is that when they were sending you this woo-woo, you seized the moment to utilize your inner strength and you didn't let it stop you, especially when it came to a father figure, a masculine energy here that was trying to like drain you of energy. Clarify squirrel medicine. So it's like essentially like your ancestors are appreciating your strength. And if you wonder why I keep looking over there, it's like I'm seeing these birds just fly back and forth in front of me, and it keeps catching my eye, and I'm like, what's going on out there? It's like they're eating the bugs off the leaves. Yeah, preparation and meets divine opportunity. So get prepared right now, because these people have some kind of strategy of trying to take something from you, so that way you can be poor. However, this is going to be preparation meets divine opportunity, which means like you get the foresight, you always get the warnings well ahead of time. You know, when people are going to send their woo-woo to you in the family, or when people are going to attack you, right? And it's because they want to bring you poverty. This is giving like a transference spell. They want to transfer your wealth, your spiritual wealth that's destined for you, onto them, while they transfer their like karma, they're spiritually broke. So like they have no abundance attached to them. So it's like they want to transfer that stagnation onto you while they reap your spiritual wealth. So it's like you get told well ahead of time about this, so that way you can prepare, so that way you can move on to calmer waters from any kind of anxiety, fear, and despair. Again, there's heavy masculine energies here. Like, so it's like you have these two matriarchs. This could be a mother figure, this could be an aunt, okay? This could be a grandmother. You have two that work together here. And it's like their husbands were also in on it as well, right? Because this is, you know, a King of Wands is someone who is an entrepreneur. They're a leader here, heavy fire aspect in their chart, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. They're very passionate about doing something here, because they were very passionate about trying to bring you conflict, you having new love in your life, you having success and victory. Like, they don't want you to be on this throne. They don't want you to be on it, but like fucking tough dating for them, right? Like, you're destined to be there. You were hand selected by the bloodline. Like, it's you. The inheritance goes to you. You're the one who's born with the gifts. You've passed your test of integrity. You have the strength here. And like, it's admired. And these people already felt like, based off the cards that I saw when I was shuffling, it's like, these people already felt that you were better than them. And they're so pressed and stressed out about like all the good that's happening in your life and who you could be, right? Like that they all teamed up to work up against you. And they had men involved too. So it wasn't just like the matriarchs, it was the men around them. Like, this could be like a brother, this could be like their husband, okay, like an uncle, a grandfather, a dad. Like, you could have had these people like all coming up against you, doing shit to you. Clarify ceremony. Clarify ceremony. So the number 4 being here, that's foundations, that's family, okay? So that's your 4th house. You're getting ready to experience a new level, expansion, ending a new beginning here. When it comes to persevering. So like Knight of Pentacles. So you may have not have been a queen yet, but you were learning, okay? Like, a knight is still a mature energy. It's not a king or a queen, but it's still a very mature energy. Like, you've had to learn as you go, right? Like, you've had to learn everything on your own. And it was through your perseverance, your reliability, your conventionality, like essentially your determination to reach your goals of having success, happiness, fulfillment, as well as being high priestess. Again, like, you're someone here who has abilities, and they were passed down to you. We have the 4th house, which is your foundations, your family, and then we have the 2nd, number 2. So your 2nd house, so like your money, okay, your monetary values. Like you're getting ready to have an ending of this poverty, of people trying to affect you. Again, it's a completion of a cycle. You're getting ready to have a new level because of your determination to keep growing, keep evolving, being determined to reach your goals. You're going to get this happiness now by being in this role. But again, it comes with responsibility. Yeah. You're going to need to go within to seek guidance again, because like part of it is going to have to be you being in this Queen of Swords type of energy. Like again, you could have grown up with a family that didn't have any kind of boundaries, very, very codependent, very traumatic, okay? Like you've had to learn to speak your truth and not be silent, like, because, you know, abusers get comfortable in the silence. Like you've had to learn how to be blunt as fuck and like speak your truth no matter whose feelings get hurt, right? Like just because you don't like me voicing what happened in the past doesn't mean it didn't happen. Doesn't mean that I'm lying about it. It just means you're uncomfortable facing your shadow and what the fuck you did. Like, be held accountable. You're an adult, right? Like, don't be coming after me because you can't handle the truth about yourself and people knowing who the fuck you really are, right? And if you feel shame or if you feel like you feel uncomfortable about your true self being spoken about, maybe that's your gut response telling you you shouldn't be doing that, right? Because if you can do it, you can talk about it. Shouldn't make you feel scared, okay? But you're going to have really, really strong boundaries here because these people are going to want to collaborate with you because they're going to get the clarity and they're going to get the truth right quick that you've been crowned. Like you're the reigning matriarch. You're the one with the gifts. You're going to be the one with the wealth. So like these are going to be people who come to ask you for money and things like that. They want to work with you. And it's like your ancestors are already telling you, no. We're eradicating those bloodlines. We don't like those bloodlines. Those bloodlines are cancer and tumors. They've already done the most to try to suppress the victory and success of this bloodline. No, they're out. They're fucking out. They've had their chance. They're out. My baby here, the collective, this divine feminine, she's passed all the tests. She's strong when she needs to be strong, and she's powerful. And we want the bloodline to continue through her when it comes to who's going to be crowned next. They're going to want to work it out with you because you're going to be the one that gets everything. Yep, they're going to have full clarity about this. Clarify Forest. Yeah, because like right now, you're being advised not to take any kind of risk. To adapt your priorities, you're building a stronger foundation. You're being provided the long-term planning, and the card that came out is 7 of Pentacles. You're going to be working long and hard. 7 months, 7 years, be very, very significant. But you're going to be working long and hard to build that strong foundation for yourself, to get this reward. Like you're making long-term investments here that you're going to have to adapt your priorities, especially when it comes to your root chakra, which is your safety, your security, your desire to be accepted by the tribe. It's also like your financial foundations. Like you're going to have to be adaptable with your money. You're going to have to prioritize because again, you're building an empire. You're not just playing it small. You're building a legacy to continue on after you. Like again, like the Mayfair, which is kind of like, I mean, that's just what I'm seeing and what provides that type of example that like I would need to explain this. It's like you're going to be that family member of the Mayfairs that buys the house, right? That buys the house, that, you know, invests into creating a bank or a law firm so that way you can keep generating wealth. I said generation. So yeah, keep wealth for generations to come. Keep building that wealth. Like your descendants' money is going to be making money, right? Like that's what you're doing. You're going to have to be very adaptable when it comes to your money. Because like the Mayfair, which is like last year we give them money if they allowed him to spiritually violate one designee woman, right? Who had all the gifts. It was her bloodline, the strongness of her witch's blood within her is who was determined to be the matriarch, right? Like who had the strongest amount of witch blood in them. And he would even encourage like inbreeding to keep that strength of abilities, of power within the bloodline so he could be reborn after the 13th. But that's not what this is about. It's that like how they, like when the Mayfairs got started, they all like tried to make their money grow. They prioritized. They didn't just splurge all their shit. They weren't going out to the islands. They, weren't all buying vacation homes. Like, no, they built them a house, and that house got passed down to each designee, plus all the money, plus all this, and it was ironclad from like their birth. Yeah, because you're very, very tapped in. You're very, very aware. And people feel very, very victimized by the rapid change going on when it comes to you essentially like building this foundation. They feel very, very overburdened and they're going to act hastily trying to come talk to you. Okay, like again, they want to collaborate with you now because catastrophic change is going on in their lives. And they see that you're going to have a new financial opportunity the moment you get in this relationship. Like you're going to have long-term stability. This Empress, this divine feminine who's highly intuitive. So like you have the intuitive skill set, but they want to take it away from you. They want to make you codependent. So it's like, that's why your ancestors are saying that you have to like really master your craft when it comes to like having strong boundaries. Like no is a full sentence. Keeping the people cut off, cut the fuck off, right? Because like they see, they've got full clarity here that you're going to be the one that gets all the money. You're going to get all the favor. You're going to get all the power. Like if this is, you know, like considering this is a bloodline that has, you know, abilities tied to it through the maternal link, they really depend upon the women being controllable. You're uncontrollable. They can't suppress you. That's why they want to come in and make you codependent. They want to make you controlled so that way they can all benefit. Because we've already seen there's men attached to this. Like there's men attached to this. Like the matriarchs in the past didn't work alone. They had men because again, they want the money. They want to be attached to the money. But they know you're going to have this long-term stability. They know they're going to have this windfall of abundance. And they know they're going to get it the moment you get in a relationship with your twin flame or high vibrational soulmate. They're going to go through catastrophic change. They feel very, very victimized by you being in this power, by you reclaiming your throne, like something that's your birthright. Clarify turning inward. You're being given the news that you need to let go of outdated beliefs when it comes to relationships and partnerships. Because like in the past, you could have experienced a lot of loss that made you feel stuck. So you need to like let this go. Like let go of the past. You need to, it says self-discovery, turn inward, discover your true feelings about it. Like the things in the past were not because of you. The things in the past were because of witchcraft. You know, like myself, I've had to go through that. It's like, for the longest time, I thought I just attracted to me the worst kind of people. Like the worst fucking kind of people. And I'm like, but I'm not though. So like, why am I attracting all these people? Like I'd have good people that came to me at the time that I needed, but it's like every relationship shit. Like every, you know, every family member shit, right? Like, why did I deserve this? Like, how did I, you know, get born into this lineage of demons, right? Like, that's how it felt for me. And it's like, but that's how they wanted me to feel. Like, literally, I had curses placed over my life when it came to my relationships, when it came to my money, when it came to the kind of people that came towards me. My family wanted me to give up complete fucking hope. They wanted me to take myself out, like self-delete. My family wanted me to think that every single person was garbage, so that way I would never be with my twin flame. But I got with my twin flame guys, so like I made it. Despite everything they did, I fucking made it. So I got everything that came with it. And it's just the beginning for me. So I'm letting you know, being that positive example for you can still get it. Like I had over 20 years of my life being cursed. I went through so much trauma, so much abuse that I've had to heal from. And then my family would even add on to it, right? So it's like, it can happen for you though. You just gotta let go of all your beliefs about it. Like, because the experiences that you had were inorganic. They were purposely placed there. Like you were purposely having, like say if you have bad partners in the past, there was a curse on your life that made it to where you would attract nothing but karmic partners, people who wanted to hurt you, right? And it would completely dispel or banish anybody good for you. Like they could have done that kind of love spell on you, because love spells aren't just love spells, right? Like they're mostly domination magic. And they can decide, you know, based off the spell, if they want you to be bound to like karmic relationships, if they want you to, you know, only go towards people that'll put you in anxiety, fear, and despair, like they wanted you to be, make you feel a lot of loss. It says negative nostalgia, like focusing on the negative of your past. Like you gotta let that shit go. Like this is a new time for you. You decide, because you're free. You don't have that witchcraft placed on you anymore. You could decide. So essentially you're in your own authentic energy now. So you can attract your high vibrational soul tribe. You can attract that wealth. You can attract like good people, and your vibration is going to be so high, bad people don't want to be near you, right? Because it's going to irk them. Clarify dark night of the soul. Yeah, you went through a dark night of the soul here. Went through disruption. It was part of your spiritual transformation. New beginnings that came from endings. So like whatever kind of disruption that you went through your life that was making you focus on the negative, filling you with depression, maybe even dealing with stagnation in your life, that disruption is what reawakened your spiritual gifts, like your spiritual beliefs here. So like essentially you had no other choice but to turn to the divine. Clarify light. That these people that chose malice, that didn't care about your feelings, to try to get some kind of abundance, yeah, mastering their craft here, to get like a happy, healthy family, you're being told that balance is being restored. You get a new beginning from all this, from these people from your past. Okay, so like, say success, yes, abundance, you're getting that because you kept the light within you when people were trying to extinguish it. These people that were being very malicious towards you. When you chose to master yourself in order to get, you know, like this commitment, the 7th house, that's when balance and peace came. You having a new beginning from these people from your past. You healed from these people from your past, especially like, again, a mother figure. Like this is a mother figure. This is somebody here that's very, very concerned with wealth. You're getting success. You're getting abundance because instead of choosing to be bitter and to like not learn the lesson and to like let these negative experiences influence you, you chose to master yourself instead. People who didn't care about you, people that like, you know, like weren't concerned about your feelings or about you at all, right? You had to heal from this, especially, you definitely had to heal from a mother figure because that's what a Queen of Pentacles is. She's a wife, she's a mother. Clarify Mother Mary. Clarify Mother Mary. Again, you are going to be, we got 4 of Wands here with seek guidance from the divine, and you are going to be the family, the feminine energy. You're going to be the matriarch. I mean, there's literally 2 cards for that. You're going to have many, many opportunities here to move forward from any kind of obstacles to your 7th house, to your creativity. And there's a Queen of Wands here. Again, I worked with this Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who's got good business sense, who's confident, who could be very competitive. This person is very, very aware that you're going to get this romantic offer from a masculine who's going to be a King of Pentacles, somebody who's going to be wealthy as well. So you're coming into union with this twin flame or high vibrational soulmate, both having your own empires. Like you're both going to, like you're not building yourself up from the bottom together. You're building up yourself from the bottom separately and then joining together. They know that you're going to have this wealthy masculine here because you have full control of your solar plexus. Again, it says you healed it, and now they feel trapped and they're codependent for resources, for manifestations. Because again, you're a hierophant here. Like you're somebody who's very, very connected to divine. Like you've been placed on that throne. You are a spiritual leader. Your ancestors picked you. You're the matriarch. You're getting ready to have expansion. But it's going to require you to have like really, really strong boundaries because these people are going to get it and they're going to start coming to you. And it's like, nope, you're being told that you are to isolate from the rest of your family. Like you already have. Like you are not to reintegrate them back in your life, okay? Those lineages, those bloodlines, those tree branches of the lineage are going to be eradicated. Like they're, we failed with those kind of energy, right? Like, and it seems very mean to say, but it's honest. Like it's factual. Like they're going to be eradicated. Like those families are going to die off. So say if this is your mother that did it to you, anyone that she gave birth to is not going to benefit. Anyone that she gave birth to, like herself and any other children she gave birth to, they're going to die off. Like no one with gifts are going to be born into those bloodlines. No one with any kind of spiritual wealth are going to be born into those bloodlines. They're going to die off by themselves. Meanwhile, your lineage has been, the children that come specifically from you, from your womb, are going to be the next ones in line. So essentially, you are now the bearer of heirs. Okay, like you're gonna have all the heirs. All the designees are going to come through you. And like with the Mayfairs, it's like that's how it happened. Like yeah, they have all these branches, but all the designees come from one singular bloodline until essentially what happens to Rowan at the end of the book Lasher. They have like a backup bloodline that they use that's from a different branch, right? But all the designees for like 13 generations all were from one bloodline. That's you. Like you're going to be the next, beginner of the bloodline, and everyone who's the heir of all the spiritual gifts, all the money is going to come directly from you. Like you're it. And everyone else in the family is not going to have that. Like they might have like a little inkling of power. They might have a little bit of abilities, but it's going to be nothing in comparison to like what your lineage is going to have. I think it's a very, very powerful message. What do you want the collective to know about these abilities? What do you want the collective to know about these abilities as the matriarch? What do you want the collective to know about these abilities as the matriarch? Spirit, what do you want the collective to know about these abilities as the matriarch? That you are going to have to look back to move forward. Again, you're going to have strong boundaries. You're going to have to use your intelligence here, your wisdom, to make the changes that you need. Again, the number 9, using your spiritual wisdom here, your spiritual beliefs, to have compassion and love. Again, like maybe evil truly just like infiltrated your family because people were so prone to it. You know, people were so open to it. People were so, I mean, the word that I think of is greed. Like their greed is what really made it. It's like you're returning your bloodline back to love and compassion, because it's going to lead to abundance. Essentially, you're like a master manifester. That you are essentially here to work with Banja, which there is a re-emergence of Banja coming out, so goddess. And you're going to be teaching people how to heal the heart with the power of self-love. So essentially, like, you're restoring the spiritual gifts, the abundance back to your family, but also like you're helping everyone to heal. Healing the wounds, that way they're not encumbered by it. Yeah, to reclaim any kind of difficulty, power over difficulty, reclaiming their power so that way they can get this harvest. Being protected by and guided by the divine. 444. Yeah, so that way they can go through this portal of having a joyous view to the future. So like these gifts, it's like you're going to be very, very intuitive. You're going to have the spiritual gifts, but also you're going to get the abundance that comes with it, because you're going to be teaching people this new bloodline how to heal, because you're focusing on love and not greed, not hatred, not envy, not jealousy like the previous generations did, right? Like, I mean, you even had like your own mother figure trying to take you out because she couldn't handle the power going to you. Like, this is the kind of bitch that would be like, I want to be better than my children. I want to compete with my kids. Like, that's weird as fuck. Like, you have kids as part of like evolution, then to be better than you, right? Like, why are you trying to compete with someone you literally born in this world to be better than you? It makes no sense. Like, if that's not what you want, a bitch, get a dog, get a cat. Why did you have children? It's succession. They're supposed to succeed you. They're supposed to, you know, you're supposed to give them the opportunities that you didn't have. You're supposed to like set them up for success so they can go farther. Like, your sacrifice is why they get to go farther. If that's not what you wanted, get a fucking cat. Get a dog. Get something like that. Get you a pet. Why the fuck do you have kids? Yeah. Because you have hidden knowledge here about any kind of loss and lack, the fear of victimization. So you knew how your family got to this point. It's the loss and lack and the fear of victimization mentality. So essentially an unhealed root chakra is what your family had. Loss, lack, feeling like they'll never have enough. Fearing their future. Making decisions based off fear. Yeah, you're here to heal. Not just yourself, but others, like in the family, in the bloodline, your ancestral line. But also it's like you're a healer itself. And you have all this wisdom. And that you're going to be creating in different ways of how to heal. So like with wisdom, innovation, and healing earth here, and sacred breath and sound, this could be like you're going to sing a song that's going to heal people. Like utilizing a frequency 432 hertz or 596 hertz. You're going to be putting that in the background of your song. And your voice mixed with that frequency is going to heal people's heart chakras. Right? It's going to provide, it's going to speak to them. You know who would be, like, I appreciate the person, it was in my comment section that said this, like Enya. Like, if you've ever listened to Enya's music, like, only time, like, oh my God, like, I always felt when I listened to Enya's songs that, like, it was like God talking to me, or like angels or something. It felt so divine. It wasn't I just heard it, I felt her songs. Like, that's like you know? Like, you're healing people, using your wisdom, using art, music, joy, creating something new to express yourself, to speak, right? That's going to heal other people. You could have a channel. You could write books. You're going to use some kind of way to help heal the masses. Like, you have a very, very specific purpose here that's going to put you in an eternal cycle of joy. An eternal cycle of joy. Like, in this portal, that's like your kids. Like, your kids are going to have a joyous view of their future. They're not going to be in this loss and lack mentality that's like, that's been on your family forever. Like, you're not going to have that anymore. You guys have nothing but good things. You just got to let go of the people that are trying to take you off your path and trying to get you to miss opportunities. You got to practice self-care. You got to bring balance. Again, like you're going to feel a little overburdened. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Now we're going to get into how they're going to take care of these. Tell us how the ancestors are going to take care, and the divine is going to take care of these dethroned matriarchs. How are they going to take care of these matriarchs that have been dethroned? What are they going to experience? The next life is filled with poverty and strife. They're going to be surrounded by fake people and ops. That could have been literally what they wish for you. I mean, I've gone through it. Bad luck at gambling, so they could lose all their money in one fell swoop. Sacral chakra block, so they're losing their ability to manifest. Danger to themselves and others around them, so they could like lose their mind, become very, very toxic. Cursed with food addictions, they're going to get fat. Solar plexus chakra block, so they're going to lose their own willpower and dependence. They're going to go through some kind of botched surgery, like plastic or general. Unexpected ending or passing, again, it's like someone here is going to die. Eviction notice, they're going to get kicked out of a home. They're going to be serving jail time. Like, this is what's going to happen to these people other than this car accident. Like, they're going to go through this. Especially the unexpected ending or passing. I want to find out more about the car accident. Tell us more about these car accidents that these two matriarchs are going to be getting in. Spirit, tell us about the 2 car accidents. Tell us about the car accidents. It's going to be part of the Wheel of Fortune, the upheaval, the chance. It's what's destined to be, yeah. Like, they're going to be given the news. The family of this Queen of Pentacles, like, they're going to be given the news here that it's up. And the people who collaborated with her to do something to your intuition or because of your intuition, they're going to be overburdened, overloaded with responsibilities. They're going to be cut off from spirit discernment. They could even be having mental health issues because their stability, their security, and their finances are going to be impacted. They're going to need to go within and receive guidance. Yeah, this is part of the Wheel of Fortune. This is part of karma, fate. That they're going to be given, the family of this Queen of Pentacles is going to be told about it. And everyone who collaborated, try to overburden you. They're going to be overburdened. They're cut off from discernment. It's going to affect their stability. Tell us about the other. Tell us about the one with the lawyer. Tell us about the lawyer. Tell us about the one that has the independent, self-sufficient. Tell us about the lawyer, the one that, like, this is giving me with the lawyer being here, botched surgery. Like I said, that like part of the download, it was like they get in a car accident that requires a lot of, and like they have a lot of injuries, and they could need surgery, and they're gonna think that they're gonna get money from it, and this lawyer is gonna be like, new number, who dis, you know? Yeah. This is a person who has a fragile sense of identity and poor personal boundaries that is addicted to like escapism. So this could be somebody who likes to get plastic surgery as well. This Queen of Wands. I mean, both these cards have already come out. They're going to try to hastily go to this lawyer here that's very successful. They think they're going to get money from this. Yeah, wish fulfillment, but they're going to be blocked. They're going to be blocked from getting it. Because it's an end of a cycle to them for this conflict, for any kind of, you know, unethical behavior. For them to have any kind of passionate breakthrough for heartache and pain, like they're not going to be able to do that anymore. It's a completion of a cycle. Yeah, they're going to try to seize the moment to do this witchcraft with this King of Cups. To make someone sick or try to invade someone's dream state to cast illusions. But you're going to defend yourself. And then you have a Queen of Cups here who's going to try to ask you for money. Give you some kind of fishy offer because they know that this divine feminine is going to have long-term stability. And this King of Wands is going to want to move on to calmer waters from being in poverty. But they're all going to try to steal from you. And that's why you got to keep your boundaries up, because you're very close to success. You just have to have a backbone here, have the strength to be adaptable. Again, building those long-term foundations to overcome any kind of obstacles. And you'll have peace that way. But again, it's like something bad's going to happen to both these women. And the family's going to know. Again, people are going to be serving jail time. They're going to get evicted. Someone's going to die. Again, I told you both of them will die in their own way. So they're going to deal with stuff first. Someone's going to essentially become obese. They're going to have food addictions, like eat themselves to death. Sacral chakra blocked. They won't be able to manifest. And they've cursed their lives. Like, the next life will be filled with poverty and strife. So again, like when they get reborn into their bloodline again, they're going to have nothing but poverty and strife. And the divine's intervening. Give us the tea. They'll never tell you how impressed and inferior they feel to you. Again, like they really, you got these people knowing who you are without you knowing who yourself. Don't you ever fucking like sleep on yourself. Yeah, that's why they want to scam you. That's what was all part of the scam. However, tweaks to your spiritual practice need to be made so that way you can allow the divine in. Again, it says diet change. Others are advocating for you when you aren't around. When it comes to these people who are stalking you, you're so close to figuring it all out. They thought you'd be easy prey, however, got devoured when they try to bind themselves to you to get some kind of big purchase gain, house, property, car, boat, jewels, etc. However, when they did that, your awakening was initiated, and your family's got dark secrets. So your family's got dark secrets. They try to bind themselves to you to get that money, that spiritual wealth, and all it did was awaken you. You cannot be canceled or removed, though, again, because you are the reigning matriarch. They want you out of here, but nothing is working. Again, they try to take you out, and now they're going to go to spiritual jail and actual jail. As above, so below. Your project is about to take off. The deity that ops work with rejected their spell or offer. These opportunists. So, like, they're working with a lot of low vibrational entities. So if they were trying to stop you from moving forward with some kind of business or whatever it is you do for work, their offering was rejected. Your father is a classic Lord Disney villain. So yeah, that's it. That's either that King of Wands or that King of Cups. They now have overwhelmed racing thoughts about the whole situation. So these are men that benefit off the power of the women in your family. But the women were just as diabolical. Yeah, now they want to pray to something they don't believe in. Your spiritual team has the enemy in a chokehold. These people are praying. But again, they've been cut off from discernment. A group tried to take it down and still lost. That we're all working together. So like your spiritual team has all of them in a chokehold. They all work together, but they all lost. Because it's not meant to be. They had some kind of inseparable pull trying to get some kind of warrant for your arrest so that way they could have a family celebration. So they really did the most to you. Like tried to. But now they're dying because they've been severed to pieces. Again, like there's car accidents going on here. People are going to die randomly and suddenly. 2026 is not going to be a favorable time for them. Yeah. They're being haunted by your ancestors and spiritual team. And the ancestors are communicating with you about how they sought their besties to seek support. Someone's going to come to you with half-truths about how they were gossiping and collaborating about you. They try to cloak themselves in your energy. This is a mirroring spell. Their practitioner who performed magic on you is now receiving karma because they lied. They know you're intelligent with a promising future destiny. Again, like you're the succession of the bloodline. Now they're trying to find a safe place to go. There isn't one. Yeah, because you're receiving messages from your ancestors. Your ops and family are working together. Again, like they all work together to do something to you. Try to get you locked up, try to unalive you, but nothing's working. Yeah, to get money. Second house here. Balance is being restored to your finances. The ancestors in your spiritual team are proud of you. And these people are trying to use distance Reiki to impact you, like to fragment your energy. Just know that you can allow yourself to have fun to heal any kind of childhood trauma. And these people are getting a taste of their own mess, of their own medicine. I'm saying their own mess. These people are getting a taste of their own mess. They're getting a taste of their own medicine. And there is a cop that is pocket watching you. So there's a cop involved as well. And that's like the second time it came out this week. What blessing should the collective be aware to show gratitude for as the matriarch? What blessing should the collective be? A blessing of the waters to go with the flow, to heal, to be the next current when it comes to your family. A blessing for you to find the right words again when you cut people off. And a blessing for good men and fathers. Okay, like, because it looks like everybody was a piece of shit before this. Just speaking truth, collective, just speaking truth. This resonates. Like, it says your dad's a classic Lord Disney villain. Wants to destroy all your happiness. Cracked open. Okay, so when you hit rock bottom, when you went through your own dark night of the soul, that's how the divine got let in. And now you have the sacred masculine here to honor, protect, and support you. So if you had nothing but like terrible men in your past, that's going to change. You're going to have all new ones now that are good for you, that will protect you and support you. We have Freyr, which is the Nordic god for fertility, for harvest. We have Cernunnos, which is the Celtic god. He rules over man, beast, and land. He's the lord of the forest. He rules over fertility. He's also the authority here. And we have Amun, the creator god, solar deity. So you have the solar deity here. You have Cernunnos and Freyr. I mean, all that has together is like life force, fertility, protection, especially if you have a close connection with like nature or with animals, things like that. Like, you definitely be connected to Cernunnos. Like, if you need to go to the woods, you got a connection with Cernunnos. And you have Freyr, which is all about abundance and harvest. That's what's up, collective. All right, I hope I was able to provide you with clarity of what you intuitively know, as well as anything that I could possibly answer when it comes to this matriarch business. And I'm pretty sure you've already gotten like an intuitive download about it. If you like my vibe in this video, please like, subscribe, definitely help with the channel. Please stay tuned for a brief little snippet of the Dark High Priest of the Project Queen.